Alright, so we have LazyBearBanjo versus Esperema, and this is Banjo-Kazooie 100%. What's required in 100% would be the 100 jiggies, 900 notes, and 24 honeycomb pieces. So right now, in Spiral Mountain, they're just going to be collecting those honeycomb pieces. This backflip right here, it can give you trouble, but it looks like they both got it the first try, so that's good. So about these runners, they actually have really close PB times. LazyBearBanjo has a 2:18.17, and Esper has a 2:17.52. So that's about just 30-second difference or so. And whoever wins this is going to be facing Stivity Bobo in the next round, so it should be a really exciting race today. Alright, so looks like Esper is just barely in the lead right now, but it's gonna probably change. They both have really good, really close times. Alright, so they're going to make it up this little mountain here, and they're going to try to skip the bottles text by backflipping to a tiny little edge and fluttering past bottles. Talking to bottles wastes about 2 seconds, so... okay, Esper talking to bottles, and Lazy looks like he skipped bottles. Alright, so they're headed into the lair now. Alright, and when they enter Mumbo's Mountain, you'll notice they'll have Talon Trot, and that's because they're both using the Furnace Fun Moves glitch. And what it does is it transfers learned moves from one file to this file, so they'll have all those learned moves. And they gain those moves Mountain. Yeah, it's looking really close right now. Right, so like I said, they both have Talon Trot already. And Mumbo's Mountain has a lot of difficult things in the level. How it goes. Alright, so they're going to be entering Ticker's Tower. This is the first difficult thing. They're going to be getting all the way to the top in Talon Trot by just hopping in Talon Trot on those little platforms. And it takes some time to learn how to do that, and falling down, of course, is not good. But they both got up there pretty quick, so... I believe they're both playing on N64, yes. There are a few runners that play on Xbox, but Lazy and Esper play on N64. Making their way down towards Conga, we just have to get these notes right here. Alright, so right here, you have to get Conga to throw the oranges on those little tiles, and then jump to Chimpy. Yeah, so Conga in Mumbo's Mountain can be a little frustrating too if he doesn't cooperate, if you fall off, if he hits you, etc. Stuff like that. Of course, they're going to learn eggs, and the reason we learn eggs here is for the ammo, so we can get 50 eggs. And again, they're both using Furnace Fun moves. Alright, yeah, so you saw Esper, you can hit Conga from that platform if you have the right aim. Good, so that's good. Right, Xbox is not banned. It's just there's a different route because Xbox version is different from the N64 version. Like you said, in Xbox you can collect the notes, die, and you still have the notes collected. In N64 that's not the case. If you die without collecting the notes, you have to get the notes all over again. You have to completely have all 100 notes before dying. Alright, so they're making their way towards the huts, and yeah, it looks like Esper is just slightly in the lead, but just by a little bit. Alright, so here's Juju. Just gonna shoot the eggs inside and get that honeycomb cell on top. And again, Juju's another irritating part of Mumbo's Mountain. Don't get him fast enough. Alright, so Esper is making his way to the blue Jinjo. We want to skip that blue Jinjo dance, the Jiggy dance, by quickly fluttering off the platform. It just skips Banjo dancing, that's all. Alright, so Esper got the skip, that's good. Uh-oh, Lazy didn't. Okay, so that's 10 seconds because Banjo's going to be doing his celebratory dance, celebrating that he got all the Jiggies in the level. We want to skip that dance. Alright, so Esper's doing Ticker's Mountain right here. It just takes a little practice, get those inputs in, and get the Jiggy without using the termite. Making their way towards Treasure Trove Coves next, but before that they have to open it, and they're going to open Clanker's Cavern as well. And again, just like I said with Furnace Fun moves, we have that Shot Springs pad before even entering Treasure Trove Cove. We have most of the moves by now, using that glitch. Alright, so there's a lot of flying sections, and they're going to be collecting Jiggies, Notes, Jinjos, and Flight. And it's really important that during the flying sections that they don't land. So that's a big part of Treasure Trove Cove. It's very difficult early level. Alright, so Esper is entering the ship and is going to be retrieving Blubber's gold. Batman right here. Esper is going to learn flight, of course. An interesting part of this speed game is we have what's called quick diving, and it's used quite frequently. You saw Esper use it just now. Just Banjo goes in the water very quickly and very deep, so that's what it does. There's Blubber's Jiggy. Alright, so Esper is going to be doing the first flight section pretty soon. Alright, so he's going to be grabbing this note and that Jiggy. Hopefully he doesn't lose flight or miss either of those. Okay, looks like Esper got it, and he's gonna beak bomb right towards this X to start the little X. Okay, sorry about that. I had to reload the stream, but anyway, Esper's on the stairs now, which can be really irritating. The stairs, they lag, and you want to just get them up, or get up them really quickly. Alright, so Esper is going to be making his way towards the second flying section, and here he's going to be beak bombing towards that alcove, get the Jiggy, and flying upwards. Okay, I apologize, had a little connection issue there, but alright, so Esper is going to be sliding down and making his way towards Nipper now. Just gonna do a quick dive to get this honeycomb cell. He's gonna make his way towards Nipper. And as you can see, there's Snacker, and he's ready to munch on you, ready to hit you up. Looks like Esper took 2 hits, so he's gotta be careful going into Nipper this way with low health. I'm having a little bit of connection issues, but hopefully it's not that bad. But they're both inside Nipper. They're going to be grabbing that Jiggy. And looks like Lazy took the lead. It's going to be close between these two. It's going to be really close. Like I said, their PB times are only 30 seconds. It's going to be a really good race. Alright, so Lazy's going to be, well, they're both really making their way towards Leaky. They're gonna shoot the eggs in without dropping down, hopefully. Just took the lead. This is gonna be great. They're both approaching this third flight section. And again, like I said, it's important that they don't crash land or land, and they collect all the collectibles that they're going for. Alright, so Esper got, oh, they both got the Jinjo, that's good. They're gonna grab the honeycomb and make their way towards the alcove. Right, they're gonna collect that Jiggy from the Jinjo and hit this X right here. Of course, they're gonna get these notes in the lockup, and they're gonna hit that last X. Alright, so there's that Jiggy. Entering the sandcastle. Alright, so here you just spell out Banjo-Kazooie, and you're just gonna do a certain pattern optimally, just to make sure it's fast as possible. And then they're going to be death warping out of Treasure Trove Cove. Alright, so that black snippet crab, they're going to be using it to death warp. So hopefully they grab that Jiggy. Okay. You can land and do the dance, or sometimes you can accidentally die without getting the Jiggy. Those are bad things that can happen, but they're both doing really well. And again, they're both really close. Esper is just slightly in the lead, but it's been changing hands quite a bit, so I expect that to continue to happen. To be making their way towards Clanker's Cavern, but before they do that, they're going to activate this cauldron, which they'll both be using later, so... Yeah, I've been changing hams now. Alright, so with Clanker's Cavern, it's a cycle-based level. They're going to be just doing everything as fast as possible so they can make the fastest cycles possible. Alright, so Esper getting that jump at the start. And it looks like Lazy made it. Oh, Esper got hit by that Champa. That's not good. They're going to collect these notes, and then they're going to be swimming towards Clanker soon. But yeah, Lazy's just slightly in the lead since Esper took that hit. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so now they're going to be swimming towards the bottom of the level to collect notes. There's a Jinjo, and to raise Clanker. And I always say this, as a kid, I didn't like swimming down here. It's really scary, so I have a lot of memories with this section of the level. They're going to be getting air from Gloop. Make sure they have enough air to surface back up after they're done. Yeah, it's going to be a good race. It is a good race. Raising Clanker right here, and just this cutscene plays. Ah, Pixel. Yep. They both run the N64 version, but like I said before, there are runners that run on Xbox. So. Alright, so looks like Lazy's gonna be going for the tooth cycle. Esper had a little trouble with getting those glute bubbles, and he's also making his way towards the tooth. Alright, so right here, Lazy's gonna shoot those eggs on the tooth and make it in. It's good that he got it as soon as he got there, because if you miss it, or if you don't get them all in, you have to wait for Clanker's tooth to raise to the surface again. They're both inside Clanker. They're gonna do the rings section. So they're just gonna be going through the rings as fast as possible. I guess the best timer there, you want it to end at 22. I think that's the fastest. And 21's good, 20's good, and anything lower than that is a little less good, so. Yeah. Alright. Alright, they both got 20 rings. Alright, so Lazy's gonna be... Oh, he accidentally fell in, so that's not good. He meant to go up from the bolt, but he fell inside Clanker, so he's going to be doing this section now. So, as you can see, Esper is on top, so he's going to be doing the bolt jump soon. Yeah, so Lazy made a mistake right there. We'll have to see what happens. Yeah, normally you're going to be doing this part that Lazy's doing a little later, but since he accidentally fell in, he's just going to do it now. Alright, let's see. Jinjo is going to be grabbing these notes and doing this backflip and using the backflip to get back up while still grabbing that honeycomb soul. There he goes. He did it. Yeah. Alright. Let's see. He still has to get those notes up where the bolt was, so I'm expecting him to just go right back up there. Yeah, there he goes. Alright, so now Lazy's going to be grabbing those notes. And now Esper is going to be going inside Clanker, so basically did things backwards from each other. Alright, so Esper is going to grab the notes. He's going to learn gold feathers. So we'll see that. LazyBearBanjo, he's going to get that Jinjo Jiggy here because of his little mistake he made, but that's okay. Yeah, and so in case you didn't see before, Esper, you can just walk on that seam and you won't take damage. Just walk right through it. Alright, so Lazy's going to be collecting these notes. Is going to be climbing Clanker's tail. And so will Esper, so... Alright, so they're just going to grab this Jiggy and they're going to quick dive downward into the snippet section. Now, the snippets can give you a little trouble. Let's just hope they cooperate. They're usually in around the same spot, but it's kind of annoying to have to deal with them. Alright, so Lazy, let's see if he just missed that Jiggy. He was so close, so close. Looks like Esper got it, so... To each other, they're neck and neck. They're at the same place. This is awesome. This is exciting. Alright, so they're going to be grabbing a Jiggy and going to be getting the last of the notes. Honeycomb cell as well. And it looks like they take a slightly different path to collecting everything, but they're just going to be doing the same thing. Collect everything and then Death Warp by drowning. Alright, so looks like Lazy got everything. Just gonna make sure Esper gets that honeycomb cell. They both did, so now they just both Death Warp right here. Alright, they're still really super close, so now they're going to be making their way towards Bubble Gloop Swamp. Yeah, so again, I'll give you their PB times. LazyBearBanjo with a 2:18.17 and Esper Rama with a 2:17.52. Since this is a race, yeah, I would say, I don't know, yeah, another 2 hours. Alright, so they both opened Bubble Gloop Swamp, and they'll be making their way down there shortly by traversing the lair. Alright, just a small thing, you see that loading zone, Lazy entered it while getting into Talon Trot, and that saves some frames, but because we do it a few more times, it adds up, so it's good to walk through the loading zone at the same time you're entering Talon Trot. Alright, so before they enter Bubble Gloop Swamp, they will be opening Freezeezy Peak, and they do that by pipe entrance here. They don't need to turn into the crocodile, and they don't need the wading boots. I always thought that was a really cool little trick in the Banjo-Kazooie speedrun. Right, swimming, so is flying. I guess I would say flying and swimming in 2E is better. I feel like they improved that, but yeah, they have a little different mechanics. clean up that hive so they can get health, because Bubble Goop Swamp, the health management is very important. They're going to be taking a lot of damage, and of course you want to make sure you don't die. So, alright, so it looks like Esper missed that little Croctus. So with Bubble Goop Swamp, the swamp water is filled with piranhas, so that's why you take damage by walking through it. They're little piranhas chomping your feet. Yeah, so they're both going to be grabbing these notes, and they are going to be breaking open this egg here. And as you can see, to break the egg, you use all kinds of different moves. Yeah, in 2E there's first person flying. That's a really cool difference. Alright, so Lazy started this timed Jiggy section, and it takes some practice. Obviously you don't want to fall off or so you just got to be a little careful, but grab all the notes, hit the Croctus, and grab the Jiggy, of course, at the end. Camera angle is very important, so camera angle every time. Alright, Lazy going a little slowly. He just wants to make sure he doesn't fall off and die, of course. Would not be good. Alright, these little flippets. Invincibility to get that Jiggy. The mud huts, and you can jump on top of the mud huts. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, so you can just jump on top and jump to the next phase. You don't have to break them open. There's only one that they need to, and that's going to be this one right here. The rest you can just jump from one to the other. And of course, like anything else, you don't want to fall off. You could die, lose the run, so it's good they didn't fall off. That's great. Here, they're going to be hitting the Croctus and hopefully hitting that width switch at the same time, so they can overlap cutscenes. It saves 7 seconds about. Alright, so looks like Esper had to go back up, and I think Lazy just missed it, if I'm not mistaken. Because you have to hit those Croctus. Alright. Yeah, it's a good race. They're both doing really good. Alright, so Lazy is going to be making his way over here, grab some notes, get the Jinjo, and hit another Croctus. Yeah. Ooh. Alright, Lazy had to be careful there. He's at 1 health. Don't want to die from the Buzz Bomb, of course. But looks like he's took another damage. Yeah, but like I said before, health management is really important for Bubble Goop Swamp. Alright, so here's Tank Top. You just hit his feet. He gives you a Jiggy, and then Tip Top is inside for the little Tip Top choir minigame. Yeah, and you see that buzz bomb by this Croctus can be really annoying, give you some trouble there. Alright, so Lazy's inside Tank Top, and he's going to be doing the little Tip Top minigame. Alright, so here, it's RNG, the turtles are going to be different every time, and you just want the turtles to be close to each other so you don't have to travel as far. That would be good RNG. I guess another thing to note is that these turtles do have a dead zone, so you just want to make sure you hit them, and sometimes it can be annoying. Yep. Yeah, Tank Top, I guess he liked that you helped him with his little foot problem, I don't know, but anyway. Just finished the turtles. I'm gonna grab the rest of the notes, grab the Jiggy, and the honeycomb cell, of course, and leave. Alright, so they're going to be approaching this little maze, and they're going to use the wading boots for some of it, and the rest of it they're just going to be jumping through. So, as of right now, Lazy is in the lead, but just slightly, like I said. They're really close. Alright, it looks like Lazy, let's see, he actually wears the second pair of boots. Esper's just going to be jumping through it, taking damage. Unless I missed something. Anyway, so here's these this timed Jiggy. For me as a kid, it was really scary, and even as an adult, I'm still afraid of falling down. But yeah, you just can talon trot around it, or you could roll either way, and they're gonna make their way back so they can turn into the crocodile. So here's Mumbo. Him a little bit first, and then he'll transform you after. He got the wishy-washy. Ah! So yeah, there's a small chance that Mumbo will turn you into the washing machine, and that wastes time. So that's just kind of unlucky for Lazy Bear, but that's the washing machine. Yeah, so I run Banjo-Kazooie. Not active right now, but I am hoping to get active again, so. Because of that, I just think it's hilarious that poor Lazy got the washing machine. Because of that, he's just a little slightly behind Esper, but again, not by much. So now they're going to be facing off with Vile. Vile is the greediest croc of all. And for this minigame, it's going to be 3 minutes of battling Vile. And while they're battling Vile, they're going to be collecting the little collectibles in here because there's really no reason for you not to. I'm not going to sing the Vile song, I'm sorry y'all. If you want to hear the Vile song, tune into twitch.tv/DickisCon. He will sing the Vile song for you, but I'm not going to do it, and I apologize. Alright, so with the Vile minigame, they have the Speedy Shoes because of FFM. The Speedy Shoes makes it much easier to face Mr. Vile. Before, you didn't have the Speedy Shoes, so you could lose runs here just by losing to Vile, so... Alright, so Esper just finished round 1. Alright. I'm sorry, y'all. And yeah, Vile, it's pretty boring part of the run, really. If you lose to him, it's a big problem. And he'll try to bite you. He'll follow you and try to bite you, and he takes your health away. So if you lose to him, you have to leave the area and come back and try all over again. He's the greediest, meanest croc of all, basically. Yeah, DickisCon, for those wondering, he is in the tournament, and again, he will sing the little Vile song for you if you want one so badly. Alright, so with round 3, it alternates between the Yumblies and Grumblies every 10 seconds. Just mixes it up a little bit, makes it a little harder on you. Well, I can't remember as a kid playing this. The little Vile minigame. Alright, looks like Esper just finished up with Vile. Vile throws the Jiggy at you at the end. You want him to be in the front of the room because it's just better because you just leave. But it looks like for both of them, Vile was towards the back of the room. It's just a small little thing. Alright, so after Vile, you collect the rest of the collectibles down here. And then they're going to be using a Buzz Bomb to Death Warp. Yeah, I never thought of that before. Yeah, the 2 running shoes turn into 4 for the Crocodile Banjo. That's really... that's kind of funny. Alright, let's see what the Buzz Bomb does. Alright, so Esper got the Death Warp. Alright, there we go. So they're both warping out, and they will be making their way towards Gobi's Valleys next. Alright, so Esper is going to be doing something really cool here. There's the shock spring pad that you can use to jump right on top of this Grunty statue and get the Jiggy just by jumping right into it. I really like this trick. Otherwise you have to jump through a little pot later. Anyway, this trick is really cool, really fast way to get that Jiggy. Yeah, it's really close. It's anybody's game, anybody's game. Alright, so Lazy is going to be getting this sarcophagus jiggy. Oh, he missed it. Oh, he fell down. But you can just jump right onto there and roll, and you get the jiggy because your hitbox is extending into where the jiggy is. That's also a really cool little trick. I always loved it. Because normally you'd have to hit the witch switch in Gobi's Valley, so... Alright, so Esper's headed into Gobi's Valley, and it's a really interesting level. There's a lot of things going on, and there's a lot of difficult things. So this level can be, again, really frustrating. So we'll see what happens. Alright, so the first, one of the first things you do is jump through this ring right here. There are 5 rings, and after you do 5 rings, you get a jiggy, so we have to jump through all of them. Alright, we'll see how Gobi Clip goes. I'm not sure. They might both go for it, I'm not sure. Yes, this is the N64 version. Alright, so Esper going for Gobi Clip, it looks like. By beak barging at a certain angle and in a certain place, you can clip into Sphinxy. Saves time, so it'd be good if he can get it. He might not get it, though. Alright, looks like Esper didn't get Gobi Clip. He's gonna be shooting eggs inside Sphinxy. Let's see if Lazy can get Gobi Clip. Okay, let's see what they're doing. Oh, ooh, Lazy got it at the last try. Really interesting. Alright, he made it in. Alright, so Lazy got the Gobi Clip, and that gave him a slight lead here. Like I said, Gobi Clip, while annoying and inconsistent trick, it does save time, so... Oh no! Lazy fell off the carpets. He's gonna have to try again. Alright, so they're going to grab what's left in here, and they're going to be doing the second ring, which camera angle for the second ring is very important. So I'm going to see if they can get it. Alright, Esper got it. Yeah, by manipulating the camera, you get the... Is that the ancient one? I think that's what that guy is called. You get him to raise at a... Oh, and you see Lazy just missed it, so... Lazy has to do the backup. Alright, he made- oh, he was so close. The backup for the second ring is also very annoying. It's just... the second ring is hard. Let's just put it that way, so... Unfortunate that that happened to Lazy. Esper is making his way toward the matching tile game. One second. The Xbox version is different from the N64. There are some things you can't do, but most of it is pretty similar. So... the biggest thing with Xbox is that you can't skip text, which makes it slower for the most part. Yep, for this you just match all the tiles as fast as possible and you grab the Jiggy and leave. Alright, so these, I guess they're called ancient ones too. These egg guys is what I call them. You shoot 3 eggs into them. They're very annoying because you can shoot them. Alright, sorry, I cut out a little bit there, but I'm back. Yeah, so like Pixel runs on Xbox. If you have any questions, feel free to ask Pixel. He'll know more about it, so... That, Jiggy from Grabba, which... Grabba's not fun. He's rude. Oh no, Lazy landed! Oh, unfortunate. He's gonna have to get up on that ring yet again. Meanwhile, Esper is in this room. You just shoot. Okay, I should be back yet again. I apologize. Seem to be having a little connection issue, but hopefully it doesn't last too long. Hopefully it's not that bad. Okay, so Esper is going to be going through this ring, and... Alright, he's only got 1 ring left, so... Alright, anyway, what I was saying before, in this room that Lazy's in, you just shoot 6 eggs and grab the Jiggy. And to get those 6 eggs in there, but it just takes a little practice. So, as you saw Esper, you have to grab that cactus honeycomb cell and then hit the boulder with Gobi, so you can free Gobi. Alright, so Esper, with this pyramid, you just grab all the notes, of course. You can grab resources here, and you're just gonna race right to the inside of the pyramid. Alright, so with Esper, as you can see, when you get this Jiggy, it lowers the water into the moat. Alright, Esper is opting to kill one of those mums. He's gonna grab everything that's in here. Oh, got hit up, huh? And he's gonna be leaving. Alright, so this is the last ring that Esper is coming up to. Not so hard. Some of the other rings can be a little tricky. Takes some practice getting used to them. You get that Jiggy. And Esper will be making his way to King Sandybutt's tomb. Not happy that you're disturbing his tomb, but Esper is going to be jumping onto this wall and is going to be making his way on top of the maze. Right, alright. So I always thought this was really cool. You can just travel on top of the maze instead of going through it. Alright, so Esper is going to be quick diving down here and grab these notes and the Jinjo with the Jinjo Jiggy. Alright, so Esper is going to be hitting Gobi, grab a Jiggy. At this point, he wants to make sure he has enough health because he'll be running through the sand and death warping, so he wants to make sure he has a certain amount of health. Alright. Is going to be grabbing this Jiggy and beak bombing to grab the notes and hit Gobi once again. And yeah, Gobi takes a lot of abuse in this game and in the next game, so poor Gobi. Alright, so Esper death warping out of Gobi's, so he'll be making his way toward Mad Monster Mansion. But first he has to do a few things, but that's where he's headed next. Yeah, since Esper didn't grab that sarcophagus Jiggy before, he grabs it now. Again, your hitbox extends and you can just grab the Jiggy just like that. Press Z to pay respects to Gobi. Yep. Alright, so Esper is going to be traversing the lair so he can open Mad Monster Mansion. It's just a pretty boring lair section. There's not a lot going on, so... Lazy just finished Gobi's Valley. He's not too far behind, so... Alright, so something I didn't really talk about was you don't have to collect all of the Mumbo tokens in this game, but there is a Mumbo token route, and you want to have a fair bit of Mumbo tokens because we do need it for transformations. You want to be able to transform as the bee in Click Clock Wood much later, so if you miss a Mumbo token, there are backups, but you want to stay on that Mumbo token route. Alright, so here Esper is going to be activating this cauldron. We'll be using it later, so... Alright, so at the start of this Mad Monster Mansion lobby, he's gonna break open this gate because the pumpkin needs to go through it later, so you want to make sure you open this gate. Alright, so Esper is entering Mad Monster Mansion. He's going to be collecting these notes right here, and going to be breaking some windows. And again, we break the windows because the pumpkin needs to go through them later. Yeah, basketballs can open gates. Orange, I've heard all kinds of things, but the pumpkin's adorable, the pumpkin's cute, you'll see it later. Alright, so on top of the mansion there's going to be some notes. Again, he's going to break open another window. You have to be careful while you're on top of the mansion. You can slip and slide off of it and that wastes some time, so just have to be mindful and be careful when you're walking across it. Yeah, I love Mad Monster Mansion. It's my personal favorite. It's really cool, really spooky, nice level. Alright, so Esper's going to be jumping inside the mansion through the chimney. Here, obviously you don't want to wake Napper up. If you wake Napper up, it's a tragedy, really. You have to go back all over again. So as long as you don't fall off those chairs, you're not going to wake him up, but yeah. Hey, Dick is kind. Yeah, again, if you want to hear a Mr. Vile song, go ahead, follow Dick is Con, and you'll you'll hear one. I didn't sing it, so my apologies. Alright, so here Esper is running through the maze. There's notes and a Jinjo to collect here, and then he'll be using the honeycomb hive to do a little jump on top of the maze. Alright, just like that, jump right on top of the honeycomb hive, and you can easily get to the other side. Here's the pot section. Those little stones, they're rippers, and they're really annoying. Another really annoying thing is getting the eggs into the pot. Sometimes you'll just miss. So that's really all there is to say about that section. Pot later and get the Jiggy later. Yep. Alright, Esper going to Tumblr. And here, what I guess I just realized this is a Ouija board that you spell Banjo-Kazooie on. I never realized that it was a Ouija board. That's really cool. The ghost. You can take damage here on purpose to get on the tile faster, and you can do the ground pound invincibility right through the ghost and he won't hurt you, so. Yeah, so obviously, as you can tell, in this speed game, there's a lot of repetitive noises, but usually we can just tune them out. You hear a lot of vroo, 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 and like when you flutter, it's like Kazooie saying bree or something. So if you don't like repetitive noises, I don't know what to tell you if you want to run this game or watch it. Alright, so Esper is going to be getting these notes up here. He's just entering Tumblr's section. Alright, so Esper didn't get that little blue Jinjo skip. You skipped a little dance that Banjo does. It's just seconds from Banjo dancing. Alright, so Esper is making his way into the church, and the church is a very treacherous section. The ghost in there can cause a lot of problems. You can take a lot of damage, lose a lot of time. The church section is really difficult sometimes, so we'll see what happens. Alright, so Esper is going to be doing the Mott's Hand pattern. Mott's Hand's right up here, and he plays the same exact tune every time. All you have to do is memorize it, and you can play it faster than he does. So, like I said, it's the same every time. Takes a little time to memorize it. There is a cheat sheet you can pull up and look at, so it took me a while. I'm not good at memorizing this kind of stuff, but yeah. LazyBearBanjo is behind Esper. Esper has the lead right now, but it's really anyone's game. Anything can happen. But yes. Great. Esper climbing on top of the organ, grab the Jiggy. On top of the scaffolding area. Alright, gonna grab the token, grab the honeycomb cell, and make your way downwards to the other two pews. Alright, so Esper damage canceling there. Grabs the note. Alright, grabs that other note. He made it out pretty good there. Sometimes that ghost can hit you up, knock you down. It's not fun. So Esper got out there pretty quick. Yeah, it's an organ. There is a Furnace Fun question about that, so just remember it's not a piano, it's an organ. Alright, on top of the little clock tower, grabs notes, grabs the jiggy, and is going to get those remaining notes right here. Alright, so Esper is going to transform into the pumpkin. Yeah, it's not over at all. They were very, very close for a long time. So, we'll see what happens. Uh-oh. Alright, so Lazy Bear didn't get that damage cancel flutter, but gotta get up there. Alright, so Esper is just gonna collect a couple things as the pumpkin. Tangerine. Yeah, I've heard people say it's an orange pumpkin, but I mean, it looks like an orange, kind of, so I could see what they were thinking, I guess. Alright, so for this jiggy that Esper just got, just a, I guess, a quick comment is don't hold any input on your joystick. Just keep it neutral. Otherwise, you're not going to get that jiggy. Just keep it neutral. Alright, so he's just going to collect a few more notes, and he'll be entering the well. And then death warping. I mean, it kind of looks like a basketball too, but you know, it's not a basketball. Although it bounces just like one. It's a pumpkin. Alright, so he's gonna grab this, the notes, the jiggy. There's a token here. And you just collect everything and then death warp. Alright, so Esper is gonna be exiting Mad Monster Mansion. And LazyBearBanjo is a little bit behind, but not too bad, so. Yeah. Alright. So here, you just transform back into Banjo so you can open that little crypt and hit the lair switch. It's going to be raising the water in Rusty Bucket, or Bucket Bay lobby. Alright, so you watch that cutscene. As soon as you gain control, you reset. It's routed into the game. You reset the console, and he's going to be making his way towards Freezeezy Peak now. Alright, so Lazy just getting that Death Warp. He will also be hitting that switch and making his way towards Freezeezy Peak. Alright, he's going to be jumping into the cauldron that he activated earlier, so... Oh, okay, he's going for that token. That token is kind of slow, but it's a good backup token. Alright, so Lazy just reset the console, so we'll see what happens. Esper just entered Freezeezy Peak. First thing he's gonna do is that little Twinklies minigame, so... Alright, so right here you hit the muncher and you just stand here, and because the muncher isn't on screen, it's not even loaded anymore, so the Twinklies are just walking right up. So the game basically plays itself. It's a really nice little break. You can just stand right in that spot. Yeah, I gotta say, I enjoy Freezeezy Peak, especially the music. I love the theme here. It's very festive, very nice. It's a good song. Let's see. Esper is going to be grabbing some notes and hit that switch. Alright, so... and fly through that star. Let's see how he does it. Alright, so he's just gonna go through it like normal, it looks like. Yeah, you can do a little ground pound at the end to get that last fly through in or whatever. You can do this thing called YOLO Star, where you beak bomb, flutter, ground pound, and you do it really fast, but if you mess it up, it's really bad, so... Esper hitting the buttons, he'll be grabbing Pipe Jiggy next. Meanwhile, Lazy is playing the Twinklies minigame. Right, he's gonna hop on the little sled and get this Jiggy from Boggy. Because we're gonna be racing Boggy twice. Once as the Walrus and once as Banjo. So, Boggy loves to race, so... Alright, looks like Lazy getting that switch. So Esper is going to be grabbing a Jiggy here, and there are 12 notes inside this Christmas tree, and of course, he's got to grab that present. Because we're going to be getting presents for Boggy's children. Alright, so up next is the Sir Slush section. Those little snowmen, they're called Sir Slush. and we have to beak bomb their little top hats, and then there's a Jiggy at the end. So this part can be really annoying. Just want to hit that X. During this section, you really don't want to land or miss the Sir Slush. Alright, so it looks like Esper got it done pretty good. Now he'll be transforming into the walrus. Yeah, what's up with that? I think getting the presents been Boggy's job, but Banjo and Kazooie are doing it, so don't even worry about it. Alright, Esper slid off the top of the hut, but he's just gonna get right back up, grab the Jinjo and those notes. Oh, alright. Yeah, Twinklies, you don't even have to play it in the speedrun. It's really awesome. Found that, in case anyone was wondering, she found a lot of great glitches in this game, so that's one of them, so we can all thank her for doing that. Alright, so Esper is going to be getting these notes, the honeycomb cell. Gonna be entering the first race, so feel free to spam Wahey. Yeah. Alright, here we go. So Esper's should be collecting a few things during the race. It's just a matter of we might as well, since we're doing the race anyway, might as well collect a few things. As long as you don't get too far behind Boggy, you don't want to lose the race, obviously, so... Wahey! Wahey 1K too, either way. Alright, so grab the notes. Especially the notes here in the water, you need to grab those as the walrus. There's some notes by this little platform right here you can grab as the walrus. Boggy rubber bands, so you can manipulate that a little bit, just make sure you don't end up too far behind him. Alright, so looks like Lazy just entered the first race. Alright. Wahey! Grabbing that Waza Jiggy. Waza is really mean. He won't let Banjo and Kazooie have it, but he'll let have the Jiggy. He calls Banjo and Kazooie stinky and something else. He calls them stinky and like ugly or something. That's really messed up, Waza. Yeah, it's... Alright. Esper transforming back, and he's going to be grabbing a bunch of stuff on the snowman's scarf. Alright, meanwhile, Lazy just finished that first Boggy race. Alright. Bunch of notes and feathers up here. It's really good to collect the feathers. It's really nice time to get that resource right here. And after that, he's going to be getting on top of the snowman's top hat. Oh boy. Yeah, so there's the first thing I think of is the Furnace Fun RNG. That's like I guess you could say the most punishing RNG if you get bad RNG. Other than that, there's a little here and there. Alright, so Esper beak bombed right into the igloo. He's going to be giving those presents to the children now. Grab that Jiggy. Alright, so Esper's just going to be getting some of these notes on this leg, and we'll be doing the second boggy race, this time as Banjo and Kazooie. Have at least 5 health here because soon he's going to be death warping and you need 5 health. So just if you're running the game, keep that in mind at this point. Alright, Esper grabbing those notes around the leg. It's really important that you do that and not lose the race to Boggy, because you can lose it there. Alright. Alright, like I said before, Boggy does rubber band, so just keep that in mind. You can see him speeding up here, but Esper wins the race. He's going to be grabbing that Jiggy. Yes, so the Furnace Fun in sorry, what was I saying? Forgive me. The RNG in Furnace Fun can kill a run if you get bad RNG. If you run the game enough, it will happen to you. It's unlikely, but there's always that small chance. I'll talk about that a little later, but yes, in short, it's fun. You can kill your run, so... Alright, so right here, Esper, the reason you want to be at 5 health or more is because you can jump down here. You're supposed to go through here as the walrus, but by diving down fast, as Banjo, you can just crawl under there. Icy water will damage you, so... Right here, Esper is going to Death Warp, and he is done with Freezy Peak. Alright, so there's layer Jiggies to grab here, so that's what Esper is going for right now. There's the Eye Jiggy and the Advent Calendar Jiggy after that. It's very important that you don't land. If you land here, it wastes about 30 seconds, so let's see what happens. Alright, Esper grabs a Jiggy in flight, that's great. Now he'll be making his way to get that Advent Calendar Jiggy. Yeah, no problem, Juju. I can't, anyway. No problem. Calendar Jiggy, you can just Beak Bomb and you can grab it that way. So now all Esper is gonna do is he's gonna open Rusty Bucket Bay and then he'll be entering that level. There, he's about to Death Warp out of Freezy Peak. It's still anyone's game. Anything can happen. So we'll see what does happen. All right. By using that little, I don't know what that is, a nail, you can just jump on it and jump right to that crate. You don't have to go all the way around. I thought that's a really cool little trick. Alright, let's see what Lazy's doing. Okay, he didn't land, that's good. Like I said, you don't want to land on the iJiggy. Alright, so Esper is just now entering Rusty Bucket Bay. Now this level is really infamous for the engine room. I'm sure we all remember the engine room, so we'll see what happens there, but we'll just have to see. So here, in this little small room, just grab the notes, that Mumbo token, and leave. It can be, like as you can see right here, Esper's having trouble backflipping up that. So, yeah. Alright. That thing is a mooring post? I don't know how to say it, but thank you for pointing that out to me. Alright, so Esper is now entering the engine room. So it's going to be jumping through these rotating cogs and little... Anyway, you see. You can fall down here. Obviously, you don't want that to happen. So... Alright, so right here. Alright, so these rotating blades, Esper is going to be doing some using invincibility to roll through it. Okay, he got the first one. You can get double tapped there and just get hit off. You can just die right there. So he got the first one, that's good, and there's just one more to do. So just using your invincibility frames to roll right through it. So he got it, that's great. Thank you for pointing it out to me. Alright, so here, as you can see, you can clip right through that window just by kind of walking back and forth at a certain little part. And yeah, got the lifeboat lifeboat token. And now he's gonna grab that Jinjo and grab that Jiggy in the propellers, so. Yeah, the engine room, very scary. Very scary. Oh, yeah, there we go. Lazy fell. Unfortunate, unfortunate. Alright, so Lazy's gonna have to grab those notes and try all over again. Hopefully he won't fall in the engine room again. Alright, so with Esper, you just use slope abuse, and you can just go right up those little slopes as Banjo. Just by rolling. Alright, let's see what's going on. Alright, so Esper dropped the TNT, and he's going to be jumping. Let's see. Alright, so he's gonna jump to this witch switch. Alright, he made it. He's gonna be fighting Boss Boombox. Lazy Bear retrying engine room. Dang, Esper, okay, Lazy Bear died again, unfortunately. It happens. It's just really unfortunate. What I was gonna say with Esper is he got that accidentally got that cutscene to play, which normally you skip that cutscene, so anyway. Okay, you can find the world record on speedrun.com/BK for Banjo-Kazooie. It is currently a 2:03 something. I don't know the exact time, but it's 2:03 something by Stivity Bobo. Alright, so Lazy Bear are gonna have to try again. Grabbing these notes. Yeah, he's gonna take it super safe. He doesn't want to fall again. It's just... so Esper going through these lockers. I'm gonna be grabbing everything inside. Easy, taking it super safe. I don't really blame him. I wouldn't want to go through that again. Yeah, Stivity Bobo is in this tournament, and in fact, whoever wins this match will be facing Stivity Bobo, so look forward to that later. Alright. Yeah, he's completely waiting for the turnstiles to stop running. Just making sure he doesn't fall off. Alright, so same thing that Esper did. He's going to be using his invincibility frames to roll through the blades. So let's see. That little toxic area. One more to go, so... Alright, he made it. Okay, so here you can see Esper is going to be climbing on top here to get that Jiggy. There is another way to get it. It's called Lifeboat Jump, and it's a long distance jump from that switch to a lifeboat. It's really difficult, and if you mess it up, it's really bad, so I don't think either of them are going to be doing Lifeboat Jump. Yeah, so this is Banjo-Kazooie 100% tournament, in case you weren't already aware, and it's LazyBearBanjo and Esperama. These two runners is that it's really interesting. They have really close PB times. They're only like 30 seconds apart. Lazy Bear with a 2:18.17 and Esper with a 2:17.52. Just, again, I thought it was really interesting. Alright, so watching Lazy right now. He got the Jiggy. Alright, he's out. Okay, good. Meanwhile, Esper jumping on the pipe to get up here. There's some notes up here he's gonna have to get. Banjo, that little window clip is really interesting. It's one of my favorite little glitches in this game. Alright, so right here, he's going to be playing the code, get that jiggy, and then he'll be entering the navigation room. The code is, what is it? 312111. So, there is a schedule for the Banjo-Kazooie tournament down below in the description, I think, like a schedule. So you can click that. I'm not sure when the Stivity Bobo match will be, so you'll just have to stay tuned. Alright, so here, Esper's gonna do a jump. Make sure he doesn't fall down, because... Oh, he just... That was close. You don't want to fall down here. You have to go out of your ways to get back up here, so... Alright, so right here, Esper's entering the anchor room. So, can be dangerous in this area because of these chompas, and the seaman grublins are going to be, you just want to collect the rest of the notes, hit that switch, and get out. So, that's what he'll be doing. See, they're just really annoying. They're just gonna block you, so... Alright, so you save Clanker, or not Clanker, what am I thinking? You save Snorkel. We already, were with Clanker, but, yeah. Yeah, so they're playing on N64, and yes, they are using N64 controllers, I'm pretty sure, so... Just gonna get that Jinjo Jiggy, and hopefully he won't do the little dance. Alright, he got it. So you can skip the little congratulatory dance that Banjo does, that 10-second dance. You wait at the lowest point, or for the buoy to be at the lowest point, and then you jump on it. Because the game thinks you're swimming, so... Alright, so Esper's gonna be ending Rusty Bucket Bay soon, so we'll see what's going on. Does he really not, Davy? Joking or not, but if so, that's really interesting. I know you could use a Hori controller here, but he did. Alright, so LazyBearBanjo in the kitchen, and Esperema is out. He's going to be grabbing a Lair Jiggy, doing a few things, and then he'll be entering Click Clock Wood, which is a very popular level. It's a lot of people's favorites, or favorite. It's not mine, but it's a very popular level. Okay, I didn't know that, so I learned something new about Lazy. He uses a Hori controller. Nice. Alright, so right here, this little entrance area, by going to one side and jumping, you shouldn't get hit by these whip... Are they whip? cracks. He's going to be doing leaf jump. Let's see. Okay, he missed it. By standing in a certain spot and backflipping, you can get up on that leaf. It's called leaf jump. Yeah, so the Cow Lord, I would go with what you're comfortable with. Most people use an N64 controller, but I would say if you have a Hori, like, try it out, see which type you like better. That's really all I can say. Alright. Alright, let's see. Alright, so here it's gonna be completing the puzzle, so you can open Click Clock Wood, and I believe he'll be talking to Brentilda here. I'm gonna see what he'll do. Token. Alright, so here's Brentilda. You can talk to her to get answers for Furnace Fun, because there's grunty questions and they're going to be different every file, and the reason we talk to Brentilda is to get some answers. We're going to input them into the Furnace Fun calculator. And basically, your patterns for the grunty questions. There are 256 different patterns, so by talking to her and getting 3 answers, we can bring our patterns down, basically. Yeah, so, I mean, the N64 controller, they're pretty infamously bad, I guess you could say, but I mean, as long as you keep your controller well-conditioned, well-maintained, I mean, I use mine, Tron Banjo. You just want, like, basically you just want to make sure your stick is good. That's really it. I mean, they do break, but you just treat them with care. For just entering Click Clock Wood, so Click Clock Wood, I mean, as you can see, it has 4 seasons. It's a very long level, very expansive, a lot of stuff going on, so okay, sorry. Alright. Let's see here. Alright, so Esper making his way up this tree, and the first thing he's gonna do is open Summer when he gets far enough. So you see these cluckers, those little birds, gotta be careful of them. They can hit you up, you take 2 damage, and they can knock you down. And one of the worst things that can happen in Click Clock Wood is falling off the tree. That's one of the worst, most costly mistakes. So let's hope that Esper doesn't fall off. Yeah. Alright. Open Summer, and here he's going to break open the egg for Irie. So we're going to be feeding Irie in the other seasons. Basically, Irie's parents right now, Banjo and Kazooie, they're raising Irie. Okay. Alright, so Esper gonna be collecting these notes. If I'm not mistaken, Esper and Lazy do not do soft lock. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there's this hard trick called soft lock that you do in Click Clock Wood. It saves 20 seconds, but I don't think either of them do that, so I'll just have to see. Alright, so Lazy made it up leaf jump. First try, that's great. You poop the eggs into the plant and it grows. Wonderful. Anyway, Esper is going to be entering summer. So let's see how he does in summer. Alright, so like I said, you're going to be collecting worms, and you collect the worms to feed our friend Irie, so we can get that Jiggy in winter. For summer, you need 5 worms, and in autumn, you need 10. Alright. Alright, so Esper is entering the hive. He's going to be doing the little Zubbas minigame. And Lazy just talked to Brentilda. He'll be entering Click Clock Wood. Alright. So right here, just want to make sure you have a lot of gold feathers for this part, and we still need to have enough gold feathers because we use them later for the snare bears. Alright, so you drop down, hit Gobi. Again, you gotta hit up Gobi so he can water the plant. He's gonna be opening autumn right here. Alright, so as you can see, Esper is quite a bit ahead, but, you know, anything can happen. Alright, so here you're just going to be breaking open that boulder so Naughty can get into his house. Because later he'll be rewarding you with a Jiggy, so... Yeah, like I said, Click Clock Wood is a lot of people's favorite level. It's really cool. Just the differing seasons, it's kind of creative. Lazy got hit up. No, that can happen. He got hit by the clucker and fell, so he's going to be making his way back up the tree. Esper grabbing that Jiggy. Like he did just there. It plays a little cutscene. I guess the fastest thing to do would be to not kill any cluckers, and you'll never get that cutscene, but it's really hard not to kill them. I mean, they're in the way, so... Alright, so it looks like Esper's going for Summer House Jump. Alright, so he got there. He's just going to be jumping back now. Oh, he failed Summer House Jump. Oh no! Poor Esper! Alright, well, this can happen. I mean, you gotta risk it for the biscuit, so... Esper doing Summer House Jump, but he failed, so he'll have to go all the way back up. Yeah, so as I mentioned before, there's a lot of repetitive noises in Banjo-Kazooie. Kazooie's going to be doing that vroo, vroo, vroo noise and the little burry noise she does when she flutters, so that's just something you have to tune out if you run the game or if you watch it a lot, so... Alright. So Esper gonna be getting those notes, and he's gonna be continuing this little section. It can be really scary here. The camera can turn on you, and you can just like accidentally slip off or fall off, so... Alright. Esper is going to be feeding Irie. You saw those cluckers earlier. You gotta be careful with them, so... And Lazy is entering summer just now. Alright, so on this branch, there's a worm right here. And he will just be grabbing this Jinjo down here, and will be entering fall, or autumn, whatever you want to call it. Autumn's really a really long season. It's got a lot of stuff, and it's a really hard season, I think. Alright, Lazy's doing the little Zubba minigame, and here we go. So like I said, for Irie in Autumn, you have to collect 10 worms, so... Also, I guess another thing to note is it lags a lot in Autumn and Winter because of that little... I don't know what to call it, that effect with the falling leaves and the falling snow and just all kinds of things. Irie being on screen causes the game to lag, so all kinds of stuff happening in Click Clockwood. Alright, Esper grabbing the notes in Mumbo's hut and the worm. He's only there in spring. He's always doing something else in the other seasons, so you can only transform in spring. Alright. Alright, so after these notes, Esper's just gonna quick dive to Naughty's house, and we'll collect the notes there. Also the Jiggy, let's see. Alright, yeah, so right here, it's gonna collect the Jiggy, the notes, and leave. Also a little laggy in this little area too, so... Alright, so this snare bear right here, gonna use your gold feathers, grab all the notes in there, and he's going to hit Gobi again. Oh, poor Gobi. He's not even safe in 2E, like I said. He is not safe. Alright, so Esper's going to be climbing the tree pretty soon. Just gonna collect a few more things. Lazy's feeding Irie. Alright, Gotta be careful of that Grublin right there. If you're not careful, you can accidentally hit him, he'll knock you straight off. So you'll have to go all the way back up. So normally, if he's in a bad spot, just kill him. Alright. Alright, Esper gonna grab that token. Gonna be careful with this Buzz Bomb, you know, just to be safe. Because that Buzz Bomb can and will knock you off, and you'll fall, have to go all the way back up, and nobody wants that, so. In Autumn? Alright, so these acorns we have to collect for that squirrel, and they have horrible, horrible hitboxes. You really have to get up in there to grab them. Alright, there, he got it, but this one he's gonna jump to is really annoying. Let's see if he'll get it. Alright, he got it. Good, good. Alright, and I always thought it was funny, I mean, he's crying about his acorns not being there, but there's one in his own house. Like, Banjo and Kazooie are such generous people. They help out so many people in this game. Alright. But they get rewarded with Jiggies, so it's all good. It's all good. Alright, Lazy's at 1 health, so he wants to be careful here. Alright, like I said, the Cluckers do deal 2 damage to you, so just something to keep in mind. Esper doing something really cool there by just jumping through the Cluckers without killing them. So, really cool. Alright, so he's just gonna grab these notes and feed Irie. Oh, alright, so I missed that. Esper accidentally jumped down too early and started giving Irie his worms, but he didn't get that last worm, so he had to, after the cutscene was over, he grabbed the worm and had to give it to him, so that was kind of funny. Alright. Now he's going to be clipping out soon, I'm pretty sure. He just has to get that flower Jiggy. Alright, there we go. Alright, so right here, this little slope here, at a certain angle, if you stand at a certain angle and run a little bit, you can just jump on the slope and you'll clip out. Oh, Esper almost got it. Let's see if he'll get it. It's a really cool little, you just void out, you don't lose any of your jiggies, you don't lose any of your notes. The game doesn't punish you for clipping out, so, you know. Is it the same Naughty from Donkey Kong Country? Alright. Alright, so with Winter, there's a couple interesting things, but for now he's just going to be collecting some notes on top of the Winter house. branch right here, it's gonna spawn that lair Jiggy that he'll get after he leaves. Gonna beak bomb to this Jiggy up here, or sorry, excuse me. He's gonna beak bomb to this little door right here so he can get the Jiggy. Yeah, so you can see Lazy is grabbing those accords. He's gonna be feeding, I believe his name is Nabnut, that little squirrel. For grabbing these little notes on the branch, I'll be jumping down and grabbing the Jinjo. Alright, so Esper, he wants to stay in flight and grab this Jiggy after this cutscene. Irie, we raised Irie, we fed him, we were there for him, so he gives us a Jiggy. Alright, he got it. Good, good. That Jiggy bounces. It lags a little bit there, so you want to grab it while it's bouncing upward in flight. And he's gonna break open this window. Alright, he got it first shot. That's awesome. Really quick. Nice. Alright. Collect right here. And let's see. He's gonna be doing winter clips right here. Esper is, so let's see how he does it. By beak bombing at a certain— oh, he landed. Oh, that's not good. But by beak bombing at a certain point, he'll just clip right through the tree. He's gonna try again right here. Oh, he got hit up by a Sir Slush. Those Sir Slushes, man, they are not very nice. And it's really unfortunate for Esper, but he'll try again. Alright, there we go. He got the first winter clip. There's one more. We'll see if he gets it. It saves. Get it right here. Oh, he landed. Unfortunate. Alright, so now ice clip. If you miss that second winter clip, you can just swim out using the ice clip and just exit the level. But it looks like he's just not gonna risk any of that ice clip shenanigans and just gonna go out the little hole right here. Alright, he's gonna exit the level. You didn't see him do it, but for ice clip you can just swim to a certain point, clip right out of it. But there is a chance if you don't do it right, you can just die there, so Esper didn't want to risk it, I don't think. Alright, so Esper's going back to Spring 2, and he'll be turning into the bee soon. I wasn't watching his Mumbo token count, but I'm sure he's good. You just need 25 tokens at this point. Alright, so here's the B. In 100%, we don't have to use the B that much, but the B is very... He kind of goes all over the place, so... Mind with controlling the B. Alright. Lazy's feeding Irie, and Esper is gonna grab this Jiggy and he's gonna clip out. Alright, so he clipped out. Good, good. He's done with Clockwood. He's gonna be grabbing that lair token or lair Jiggy, and he's gonna be going to Furnace Fun. And yeah, Furnace Fun is very fun. We'll just have to see how RNG treats both of them and how RNG treats Esper. Alright, so I explained a little bit beforehand, the Grunty questions, they're going to be different every file. So we talked to Brentilda to get our patterns down using the Furnace Fun calculator. The Furnace Fun calculator was created by Bonapartes. Trivia questions, and at the end of this, they're going to be doing what's called Furnace Fun Skip. We'll see how that goes. Alright, meanwhile, Lazy got both winter clips, so good job on him. Alright, so we got the Joker. It's really... There's a small chance you'll get a Grunty question on the Joker, and if you do, just hope you get it right, because if you don't get that Joker, restart Furnace Fun, because we use the Joker to skip this tile right here, because it's a long tile, so... Sorry about that, I'm like... losing my voice a little bit. Alright, so he's coming up on a death square. So let's see what happens. Alright, he got through that death square. That's really good. Looking good for Esper. Alright, so LazyBearBanjo, he's going to be exiting Clockwood. He just has to clip out. He's having a little trouble with the B, as I said. It's annoying to control that B. It looks like he's struggling to clip. Alright, he got it. Alright, one more Grunty question, and for this death square tile, he's gonna get it wrong purposely so that he'll get the skip. We'll just have to see what happens. Alright, Lazy is just about to enter Furnace Fun. It's not that far behind, but, you know, have to see what happens. Alright, here's the Furnace Fun skip. It's very important that you get this, obviously. Just answer it incorrectly. Alright, good. He did the Furnace Fun skip correctly, and he's ready to fight Grunty. Right, so the clip, no, that's a good question. If you void out, which I guess is what that clip does, if you void out, the game sends you to the lobby. So the game doesn't know what to do with you since you clipped or voided out, so it just puts you at the lobby with everything that you've collected. Alright, so Esper is going to be, looks like he's collecting feathers. He's going to be collecting feathers and eggs to face off with Grunty. Alright, I didn't catch what Lazy did. He was possibly, I guess killing himself because he might have had low health, or I wasn't watching. He might have got the Joker. Or I don't know what happened, but anyway, Esper's ready to fight Grunty. Alright, so right here, he's going to be shooting eggs after he ground pound invincibility. Alright. Right here, she's going to get hit. She's going to throw one of her homing missiles. Just ground pound invincibility out of it. It's gonna start shooting her right here. So you have to be careful with her fireballs. If you hit her fast enough, you don't have to worry too much about it, but if she starts throwing fireballs at you, you just gotta make sure you don't fall out. Alright. Good, good. Alright, so Esper's headed to the flight section, which is a really nerve-wracking section, I would say. It's gonna be flying to hit her. Alright. Kinda got jumbled a little bit. That first hit, you have to hit her 4 times. Alright, he's doing good. Nice. Alright. Alright, so you can do a little cutscene skip. Esper didn't get it, but if you shoot the eggs raising, you can get that little nice Jinjo cutscene skip. Anyway, here it is. He's doing a little C-up when he should be shooting the eggs. It's really common to accidentally do that. Alright, so he has this statue left, and after that you can just stand under Grunty and the Jinjos will hit her faster. You just stand up or stand under her and jump. He's got to be careful though, he has 2 health, so... Alright, meanwhile, Lazy is doing the Furnace Fun skip. Alright, she's gonna throw some fireballs at him. He's gotta make sure he doesn't get hit. There's the homing missile last, and then it's the Ginjonator time. Alright, Lazy just making his way towards Grunty. Alright, so you just have to, the last phase of the Grunty fight, you just shoot the eggs in, just go around the statue. Did it! Alright, good job, Esper. Congratulations. I was a little afraid because he was at that 1 health. I was like, is Grunty gonna hit him? 220-47. Good job. GG, to be honest. A really good game. They had a really close early game. For anyone that was watching, they were like almost in sync. It was crazy. I knew it was going to be a good race though, because these two players are very skilled. They also have very close PB times, so I knew it was going to be a good race. They both made a few mistakes, so let's watch Lazy defeat Grunty. Alright, so Lazy did not get the feathers, so you can collect feathers during the fight. You only need, I guess you really only need 4 feathers to do the flight section. Obviously you want more than that, probably. He just missed it. Alright. He's gotta hit her 3 more times. Alright, he did the flight section. Alright, like I said, not much else to say about the Grunty fight, so right now Lazy's just gonna be doing the little Jinjo statue phase right here. It can be a little annoying to try to Alright, and like I said before, you can just stand under Grunty and jump, and the little Jinjo guy will hit Grunty faster, thus ending the phase faster. Alright, and finally, it's the last phase, which is activating the Jinjonator. Like I said, ground pound invincibility takes care of that homing missile. Yeah. Alright, so we got LazyBearBanjo with the 225-22. Both did pretty well. Of course, they made mistakes. Poor Lazy falling in the engine room twice. That really hurts. I know that feeling. That really hurts. But they both did an amazing job. Both great runners. Make sure to follow them. It's LazyBearBanjo and Esperama. GG, to be honest. Alright, and that's really it. Don't really have much else to say. Again, I'm Cosmic Heart. Just make sure to follow the runners, and it was a great race, great time. Banjo-Kazooie will be at SGDQ if you want to see more of Banjo, so that'll be a fun time, so make sure to tune into that. So, alright, that's really it. Thank you. Bye!